It's the Yoba series.
And positively impact my gut microbiome. So I want you to think or imagine your gut bacteria as a community that is trying to thrive and survive inside your body. And majority of that bacteria is obviously found within the gut, but can also be found in other areas of the body, such as the mouth and also on the outside of the body, on the skin. And like any community that is trying to thrive, it needs sustainable materials to be able to feed itself. Therefore, it is able to survive. And the biome is no different in the fact that it's trying to thrive and develop good bacteria for functions that can affect your body in a positive way. So if you adhere to a completely shit diet and consume shit, unnatural processed foods, it doesn't exactly take Sherlock Holmes to start to figure out that the gut biome is not necessarily being fed, can't thrive, and it can't survive, and it can't be the community that it actually wants to be. So overall, what you decide to put inside your mouth is going to be one of the biggest things that is going to affect the growth of your gut biome. Now, a lot of these highly processed foods tend to be very high in the glycemic index. And if you don't know what the glycemic index is, then you need to go and do some homework. The glycemic index contains foods such as sweets, cakes, ready meals, most packaged meals, white breads and pastas, among other contributing and overall higher glycemic amounts per day compared to someone who has a more fibrous diet. White bread and pastas, among other processed foods. These highly processed foods are contributing to an overall higher glycemic intake per day. Now, if you compare this to someone who has a more fibrous diet with proteins and fats that are found within more healthy or nutritious foods, that's going to have a major impact on the gut biome. And so the people who choose to eat more processed foods are not going to have such a dense community. Their biome or their community is not going to be as healthy. Whereas someone who decides to take a healthier look upon their lifestyle, the environment in which they live in, the chemicals that they come into contact with, the food that they choose to eat, the drink that they choose to consume, these individuals are going to have a much healthier gut biome. Therefore, they're going to have a much healthier immune system. Therefore, they are going to have a much healthier genetic balance. However, by making some small changes in your diet, such as having more varied foods within your diet and learning to structure your meals better, learning to use less processed foods and turning to more fibrous carbohydrates and fermented foods such as natural yogurt and kefir, you're going to help support your gut biome. And obviously, this in turn will help support your well-being and your overall general health. Some ways you can improve your biome is through keto dieting and also intermittent fasting. These dietary plans are good for a number of reasons. They help the individual adhere to the plan and not divert away from the diet. Other diets often require a lot more energy and effort to stick to when more rules have to be applied. Another important factor in using these diets is that they promote healthy eating because of the nature of their structure. What I mean is, take ketogenic diets, for example. If you follow a keto diet to plan, you're swapping foods such as processed foods that are high in refined carbohydrates and sugar with little to no macronutrients. So instead of these macronutrient sparse foods, we're actually swapping for the lower glycemic foods that are higher in fiber and more dense in macronutrients such as vitamins, minerals, and trace elements. So basically, switching from eating crap to eating, well, normal food, like food for humans, you're obviously going to improve your overall health.
It's the Yo Bossy Wish.